The boss jock has entered the building. You are listening to the Sportcat Show.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I have been found. Sportcat is here, ready for another wild and woolly daily Gazette. I want to thank everybody listening in Australia and Radio X and Dare Talk Radio. And I beg of you to please come over and find us on YouTube so that you can hit that subscribe button and you can join the chat. Can talk about Brenda, who apparently is on crack today. Join the chat. Denise is here. My number one mod. Chris, he is always here. Brenda doesn't tell anybody. She doesn't answer chats up until like 5 minutes before the show. And then she says, "Where are you?" Well, I'm taking a pee. If you really got to know.
You need to learn how to get up and take your pee and wipe your ass earlier than what you do.
I've been sitting here for over 2 hours researching for the show. And so it's, I'm doing stuff. I'm here. I'm working.
I've done that. Let's see. I had breakfast.
Correct.
I woke up, I had breakfast. You know what I had for breakfast?
What'd you have for
I
breakfast?
made that peach cobbler dump cake.
Oh
shit. And coffee and water, and I'm ready to go.
Squirrel! Yeah.
Squirrel.
You are fired up and ready to go. Let's see here. Well,
think of P words that, Chris.
Before I let you get fired up, hold on a minute. I got to do this.
The views, opinions, and satirical content expressed on Sportcat's Daily Gazette are those of the host, Glenn Sportcat Jackson, and do not reflect the views of any affiliated networks, sponsors, or platforms hosting the show. This show is intended for entertainment purposes only.
True.
Please note, satire and humor, all commentary, especially on news, sports, and entertainment, is presented in a satirical manner. Statements made on this show should not be taken as factual reporting or professional advice.
That's right. I am not liable for anything that I say because, on my defense, I was left unattended.
Oh God! And you've had caffeine. All right. Well,
and I've had caffeine.
I guess that's an excuse. Well, it is 2:04 here on the East Coast.
Well, we still have one,
and we are certainly entertained. Yeah. Yeah, well, on the West Coast, they're still with us. As far as I know, it's 11:05 there. Denver, 12:05. Snowing there, I understand. Chicago, 1:05. And we drop down to our friends down under in Perth. They're allowing us to tickle your ears at 3:05 in the morning. Good Lord. Well, who's up? Who's listening to us? Come over and join the chat. Tell us about your day. And Sydney, well, Sydney, you got to get up and go to work, but you should come over and join the chat and let us know you're here. Tell us what's going on, Sydney. So the moon is gone, Brenda. Did you look outside?
Who stole it?
I don't know. They had to go to get some work done. It's being serviced.
Probably. So. that it's time that ship has some remodeling.
Yeah. So, but the sun is still ahead of time, so it is what it is. I don't know. It's 14 minutes early and 16.9 seconds if you're counting. So
it's always 14 minutes early.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's always early. Unlike you, I can't get you to show up on time. So
me?
Yeah.
Look who's talking. I was ready to send out the National Guard.
I was here. So you just didn't see me. I was hiding. Whoa, what was that? Oh, let's see Aura. We don't want to see the Aura. That's a current view of the world, apparently. Why is there so many lights on the East Coast? No, I ain't the current view of the world. No way.
It looks so flat.
No. And if you did go outside and you listened to me, there is 0% illumination. It's gone. The moon is gone.
It's a ninja moon.
It's in for repair. It'll be back sometime around the 23rd. So
it's just in ninja mode.
Yeah, just hang tight. It's coming back. It's in for repair. And
will we really miss it though? Will we?
The moon?
Yes.
Well, I don't know. We got a little moon to go with it. So,
Well, all right then.
yeah. 3-Eye Atlas, it's still hanging out there somewhere, even though they had the horrible images of 3-Eye Atlas. We'll talk about that.
My 3-year-old grandson probably could have drawn 3-Eyed Atlas. Would have looked better.
Were those pictures not horrible? Oh, and of course, I've brought the screen up to show that our lovely Congress and Senate is doing nothing today. So they're
even our foreign adversary.
I'm sorry.
Now, under current law, the U.S. Department of Energy
is
somebody
up here talking
for
about the
authorizing
president sold the country. So.
Of domestic.
Good news.
If they're not talking about the moon, I don't want to hear them.
Hopefully, you got a good deal on it. So they actually are, and so they weren't earlier. So they got a resolution to pass a bill to pass the something.
I wish I had that kind of job where I just go up and say yay or nay, and the rest of the time that I'm getting paid, I can wander around the floor and go to the bathroom and go have lunch. And
don't text Jerry Epstein. That would be bad.
Oh,
Jeffrey Epstein, whatever the hell his name is. So.
I can't. We can't reach
This
him down
is
there in Venezuela.
last night's show. I was trying to figure out who Sam from last night resembled. This will mean nothing to any of you today, but finally I realized it's a mashup of my old district manager and Roger Clemens. Okay, well, I hope your therapist helped you work through those issues. Yeah, last night's show was so good. We had Sam back from the Northwest Wind here on YouTube. He goes out and camps in just weird places. So we had him back. He's always entertaining and fun. He was talking about an adventure in the woods in Pennsylvania where he swears it was a woman screaming, but I don't know.
Don't do it. Don't go.
And we had Bryce Ingham. He is he's authored and produced Death Dog, a comic book. It's really good. It really is. It's really good. So everybody go check that out. And last night's show was really good. So Brenda, are you ready for today's trivia?
Sure.
Place 20 penguins into 3 cages so that each cage has an odd number of penguins in it without cutting up any other penguins. All right, Brenda.
Why would you cut a penguin?
I don't know. How many times 3 go into 20?
That is horrible. That person, you're fired, whoever wrote that.
So in other words, you can't figure out how many times 3 goes into 20.
Well, how many cages did they say? 3?
3. You get 3 cages.
20 penguins. You got to have an odd amount.
In each cage.
I say you just don't put penguins in a cage to begin with.
Okay, let's see what the answer is. Place 1 penguin in the first cage, 1 penguin in the second cage, and 18 penguins in the last cage, because 18 is certainly an odd number of penguins to place in any one cage. Chris, you've got to find us better trivia.
Oh my God. And you think I'm on crack.
I'm trying to figure out what the dude was doing with penguins, but hey, whatever. So
I want to know where he got a big enough cage to put 18 penguins in.
Well, I guess it depends on the size of the penguin. So I mean, there's like the emperor
penguin, which tiny birds.
No, the emperor is the tallest, but then there's the I don't know, dwarf penguin. I don't know. I'm not a scientist on penguinology. So
stop talking about Steve.
Quote of the day. How come no one ever walks up and says, we need to listen? It's a good point. Except when you're out in the woods.
Well, no, actually, haven't you ever seen the homeless do that? They run up to people and say, you have to listen. You have to listen to me. They're trying to warn us that, our government's assholes. But,
Downvote.
They do that.
Okay.
People run up and say that.
Holidays today. It's the feast day of Saint Felix of Valois, French monk who helped found the Trinitarians, whatever the hell that means. So there you go.
Tartarians?
Hey, November 20th, Microsoft Windows version 1 came out. The first graphical user interface was officially released. And hey, we're catching up. 1985 to 2025, they finally released the picture.
Yeah, we don't have to hear that beat. That thing used to make some funky noises when you started it up.
We can turn that off. So now we're all forced into Windows 11, where the government watches us. So
I have Windows 11 on all my stuff.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah. It crashed the system when I installed it. It new and upgraded. Yeah. Worked real well for the first 3 days. So
what the hell is that?
That is the film poster from The Day After that was released today in 1983, an ABC TV movie, the highest rated film in history at the time. 100 million viewers. It depicted the aftermath of nuclear war between Russia and the United States. All right.
Okay.
Chris says, because when you start listening to crazy people tell you about district managers, Roger Clemens. Oh, okay, fair.
That's okay, Chris. I don't think you're crazy.
No. Not at all. He's as normal as the rest of us.
That's right.
Yeah, there you go. So Donald Rumsfeld on this day in 1975 becomes the youngest U.S. Secretary of Defense. Yay.
He looks kind of old there.
42 years old, Donald Rumsfeld becomes the youngest Secretary of Defense in American history, serving under Gerald Ford until 1977. In 2001, he was again appointed Secretary of Defense by George W. Bush, serving until 2006, making him the oldest in American history at 74 years of age.
He was the youngest and then the oldest.
Yep. And where does he fall into the succession chain? Like right after Congress or something? So
I don't know.
I know, right? I think he's after Secretary of State. I think Secretary of State comes before him. So
well, and then we got Pelosi, who was,
no, she's not in the succession chain. No, not right. Currently, she isn't. No.
And now she looks like the walking corpse. She's the walking dead.
I brought this up yesterday to research it. Oh God, who is the President Pro Tem of the Senate? Grassley. He's after Mike Johnson, and from there they start getting into the secretaries. So hopefully we will never have to use any of that. So
yeah. Right.
This day in 1952, George Adamski, who often referred to as the first abductee, has another of his many encounters with UFOs. This time he claims to have made contact with Vinzanine named Orthon. Adamski described Orthon as a median-height humanoid with long blonde hair and tan skin, wearing reddish-brown shoes, who communicated with him via telepathy and hand signals.
I believe him.
Adamski said Orthon would not allow himself to be photographed. He did make plaster casts of his footprints. He would have another encounter with Orthon the following month when he took a photo of Orthon's ship.
Okay. I believe him.
Dang. Who am I to say he didn't do it? So
I mean, my dog agrees. He believes him. Did you hear him?
Yeah. 1945, prosecution begins against 24 former Nazi leaders in the war crimes, 12 of which are sentenced to death. The Nuremberg trials.
Yep, I remember those. We need to bring that back. Sorry. Not sorry.
1820. Real-life Moby Dick, a giant sperm whale, attacked and sank the American whaling ship Essex. The 20-man crew was forced to make for land in the ship's whaleboats with provisions for the 2,000 nautical mile to South America. They were forced to resort to cannibalism during the voyage. At first, they consumed the bodies of those who had died. Then they drew lots for someone to be sacrificed to be consumed
Oh, that's nice.
by the others.
How
Herman
long?
Melville drew from this incident to write his 1851 classic Moby Dick.
So how long were they at sea that they didn't make the other dead humans last?
I don't know, but apparently it says after a few weeks later, so it doesn't say how many long. The first two were given burials at sea, but after that they began cannibalizing the dead.
And that should have lasted them for a while. Why'd they have to sacrifice anybody else? I'd have been no way. Screw you.
Yeah.
I'll jump off this boat.
It's kind of a closed audience. What are you going to do? I mean,
I'm gonna go look for Moby Dick and have him eat my ass instead.
I'm gonna go for a swim rather than be ate alive.
All right.
Michael Jackson's balcony thriller. This day in 2002, he held his son out over the fourth floor balcony of a Berlin hotel.
Yeah,
he later apologized, saying it was a terrible mistake. Why the hell would you do that? So,
well, he named his kid Blanket. Why would you do that?
We're more concerned with him holding him over the balcony rather than the fact that he's got a sheet over covering his face, suffocating him. So, one way or the other, the kid was going down.
I love Michael Jackson.
1998. On this day, the International Space Station, the first piece of the International Space Station, ISS, is launched. It was part of what will become the largest man-made object to orbit the Earth and is expected to operate until 2028. Some of those people are stranded right now. 1993, the North American Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA, is passed by Congress, creating the world's largest free trade zone among U.S., Canada, and Mexico.
Nice.
This day in 1992, the Windsor Castle Fire. It's the home of the British Royal Navy family for 850 years. It catches fire, causing extensive damage. Repairs cost an estimate of $36.5 million. Wow. And resulted in Buckingham Palace, the Queen's other official residence, being open to the public to pay for the restoration. Alcatraz, Native American occupation. 1969, a group of Native Americans claimed ownership and began occupying the recently closed Alcatraz, citing the Treaty of Fort Loraine from 1868. They claimed abandoned or out of federal use should be returned to the Native people from whom it was acquired. Well, they were forcibly removed in 1971. 1962 on this date, the Cuban Missile Crisis ends, and John F. Kennedy ended the quarantine of them. Yeah, we had them surrounded, so right, nope, this ain't happening here. I don't know what we're doing now. So 1805 on this day, first performance of Ludwig van Beethoven's classic opera Fidelio, I don't know, was his only opera, and it tells the story of how Leone, disguised as a prison guard named Fidel, rescues her husband from death in a political prison. Okay.
Edward broke him out.
Yeah, spoke about Bill of Rights. This day in 1789, New Jersey becomes the first state to ratify the Bill of Rights. Did you know that? Bill of Rights compromises the first 10 amendments of the United States Constitution. It provides guarantees of personal freedoms, clear limitations on the government's power in judicial and other proceedings, and explicit declarations that all powers not specifically granted by the federal government under the Constitution are reserved to the state of or the people. Oh, okay.
Somebody needs to take that
How's that
to
working out, so?
Hamadami.
Yeah. Birthdays today. Joe Biden, president
Oh,
in 2025, 20 to 25, the 47th. He was a vice president before that. He was a senator, and he's been in office like since we founded our country. So
I wonder if he invited Corn Pop to his birthday party. Do you think?
No, actually, I know where he is right now. He's in Washington D.C.
Corn Pop?
No, Biden. I don't know where the hell Corn Pop is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Biden. Everybody's in. Well, not everybody, but most of them are in D.C. right now. The Gerber baby, which was Ann Turner Cook, she's born this day in 1926. It's the baby they modeled after for the Gerber baby. She was 5 months old. A neighbor did a charcoal sketch of her when Gerber launched a contest for a baby image for their product. Hers was chosen. Okay.
Aw.
The second. Oh, Chris, you're so funny. All right, hold on, Chris. Let me find it here. I got it here somewhere. I have to dig deep into
You're
it.
a lion dog faced pony soldier.
That's the wrong one. So,
Camel lover, this is Joe Biden.
I get so many of them.
We reach out to you and say thank you for your vote.
Yeah, I get so many of him.
We greatly appreciate your financial support
Yeah.
at a time like this.
Oh, okay.
Corn Pop was a bad dude.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, I saw that video, Chris. So, Robert F. Kennedy, he was born this day in 1925. He was a senator and brother of President Kennedy. They both were assassinated. Not by the same person, so I don't think. 1907, Fran Allison from Fran and Ollie TV show. I don't remember that one, so it might be a little bit before me. Brenda, you might remember that. Born this day in 1907. So the creator of Dick Tracy. I
remember that.
Yeah, that's a classic. Born this day in 1900, Chester Gould created Dick Tracy in 1931. Edwin Hubble is born this day, an American astronomer. He is noted for his inventions of nebulae and for creating and developing concepts of an expanding universe. He proved that nebulae, previously thought to be clouds of dust and gas within our galaxy, that's the Milky Way, were actually their own galaxies far beyond. And the Hubble telescope is named after him. Sean Young, born this day in 1959. American actress from Blade Runner.
Oh, boy.
And from Ace Ventura. Okay, I'll take your word on it.
Mm-hmm.
Bo Derek. Oh, remember her? She was born this day in 1956 from the film 10. I don't remember what the film 10 was about, but I remember her. Holy crap. So she was in Tarzan and the Eight Men and Bolero. Joe Walsh, his birthday. He was one of the Eagles. He was famous with Hotel California, Smuggler's Blues, an artist in his own right outside of the Eagles. So
I know all about the Eagles.
Can you name all the Eagles?
No, but I know them.
You met him somewhere, huh? You have a parasocial relationship with him.
I've seen him play. Yeah, parasocial. Yeah, it's called like.
Dwayne Allman is born this day in 1946, a slide guitarist, leader of the Allman Brothers in 1969. So, okay. I'm trying to. No, I don't think that his brother was the one I met. I don't remember. So, let's see. Veronica Hamill from Hill Street Blues. She played Joyce Davenport. Super Dave. Do you remember Super Dave?
Super Dave.
He was born this day in 1942. He created the character Super Dave Osborne, known for his stunts that usually went horribly wrong.
Yes. I think that was like the first Jackass right there.
Yeah, except Well, yeah, probably. Dick Smothers, American comedian, one of the Smothers brothers. Richard Dawson from Hogan's Heroes. Corporal Newkirk, later for Family Feud. He was the host. Estelle Parsons, actress from Bonnie and Clyde, and Rachel as the lesbian religious fanatic. She also was in Dick Tracy.
Huh. That's
Kay Ballard, born this day in 1925. Her catchphrase is American actress, good luck with your mouth, a phrase her mother once told her with as a child. So, yeah. Veronica Hamill, Chris says, was a beautiful lady. Yes. Jim Garrison, born this day in 1921. American lawyer, New Orleans district attorney. His investigations into the Kennedy assassination was the basis of Oliver Stone's JFK film, 1991. All-star cook, Alfred All-Star, born this day in 1908, an English-born journalist, Emmy-winning for TV's Masterpiece Theater. Wow, that's old. James Michael Curley, an American politician, was born this day in 1874. He was a four-time mayor of Boston, governor of Massachusetts, but then he served prison terms.
Yeah.
It's about right. Let's see. Kennesaw Mountain Landis, an American federal judge. He served as the first baseball commissioner, during which he barred 8 Chicago players from baseball in the infamous Black Sox scandal. I don't remember that. Selma Lagerlöf, a Swedish author, born this day in 1858. Sir Wilfrid Laurier, Canadian statesman, born this day in 1841. Chris, there's
not another one.
Was born this day in 1871. Pius the Eighth, is that right? Yeah. Oliver Walcott, American statesman, and signer of the Declaration of Independence, the governor of Connecticut. Peregrine White, a New World pioneer, was the first child born of English parents in New England. He was born aboard the Mayflower while it was anchored just off Cape Cod. Does that make him an illegal alien? Huh?
I don't know. Chris sent me a picture of Veronica. Isn't that the one that played Wonder Woman? The old Wonder Womans that came out? I think it is. Looks like her. I got the picture. You want to see it?
I mean, I'll always look at a picture, but I don't think so. Maybe, but I don't think so.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's her.
Let's see. Going back in time. What did you? Oh, you want to?
That's her.
No.
I'm telling you, that's her.
No,
yes, the very first one. The when they came out with like the first
Batman. Lindsay Wagner? No.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, it looks just like her. She's prettier, but
you've lost your mind. Thank you.
I have not lost my mind. Well, maybe. That's okay.
Yeah. We'll get into the news and you can all tell us about it.
Oh, God.
Let's see. Today in film, 1983, 100 million people watched The Day After. Let's see. We talked about that. Okay, let's move on here. See what else we got. We talked about the sperm whale, the Nuremberg trial. Queen Elizabeth II married Prince Philip. And Prince Philip married today. Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip married today in 1947. That was a big deal back then, wasn't it?
I think.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. I don't live out there, so I can't say.
Well, I think it's kind of a thing. So.
I think it was a really big thing when Princess Diana and Charles got married. Now that was a big thing.
Okay. Today in history, 1910, Francis Madero, would that be Madero, led a revolt against Mexican President Porfirio Diaz, marking the begin of the decade-long Mexican Revolution. I think they're about ready for another one, aren't they?
I know, with the same person.
I don't know if it's him or not. It can't be him. He'd be
I
dead.
don't know, man.
Yeah, I've not done a deep dive on him to see who
He
he
might have got
is.
out of that time zone and landed in this one. Who knows?
2003 record producer. In 2003, record producer Phil Spector was charged with the murder and shooting death of actor Lana Clarkson at his home in California. I remember that. That seems like much longer
I
ago.
remember that.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's Future Teachers America Day. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to be, but that's what it is. It's a great American smoke out for everybody who needs to quit smoking. It's bad for your health.
Yeah. Tell me
National Pay Back Your Parents Day. Oh, I'm going to send some texts. It's Transgender Day of Remembrance. You mean they let us forget about them? It's Universal Children's Day. Africa Industrialization Day. Okay. Black Consciousness Day. International Hug a Runner Day. Name your PC. Well, I have named mine. It's Radio Shack.
How do you hug a runner? Wouldn't they be getting away from you?
I guess you trip them up, and before they hit the ground, you hug them. So
I mean, it's like I can't chase one. It'd be one hell of a hobble, but I can't chase one.
Chris says it could be the same guy. Grassley's been around for like 300 years. So
You're
fair.
right. God.
It's National Peanut Butter Fudge Day. Who doesn't love peanut butter fudge?
Who doesn't
Well, I
love
guess if you're
fudge
allergic
either?
to peanuts. I read a story yesterday. There's a movie coming out with the actor from Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield, I think his name is. And he was almost killed during a love scene.
Oh. By her husband?
No. His co-star. She had ate a granola bar on the set, and then she brushed her teeth and washed her face, and then she had a deep, passionate kiss with him. And he has severe anaphylaxia to peanuts, and it damn near killed him.
Oh. That
and I never thought about that, but yeah, I guess that could do it. So a little bit of that saliva get in there with some peanut butter juice. There you go. So,
oh my God. Ew. Just
what a horrible way to go. I'm making out with a hot chick with a boner, and now my throat's swollen shut. So what a horrible way to go.
What a way to kill a passionate scene.
Yeah, no kidding. Excuse me.
Excuse me, I can't breathe.
I can't breathe. It's World Pancreatic Day. Brenda, take care of your pancreas.
And I know it hurts. And she's over here thinking that he can't breathe because he was so excited for her.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Imagine if she'd give him a blowjob. Jesus Christ.
It's a walking penguin penis.
He'd come and go at the same time. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. Okay.
It's World Philosophy Day. This is why people tune into us. So it's a beautiful day, Brenda. It's a beautiful day. So
it is. It is actually. It is.
It's National Absurdity Day. That's what we do every day. Chris writes, Dick Smothers probably had boners often. National Rural Health Day. World Children's Day. Use less stuff day. I could go for that. I got too much stuff. So,
I like all my stuff. Thank you.
Well, I do too, but it's you gotta. We could always declutter. So let's see. I'm just gonna skim through here because we've read. It's Botox Cosmetic Day. What the hell?
Wow.
Yeah. Why would you put that stuff into your body? So I don't know. I saw one of my friends. She's a police officer, and she was going for Botox before she goes on a TV set. And I'm like, really? You're pretty without it. You don't need all that stuff.
Botoxing before she goes on TV.
I don't know. I don't understand it.
I mean, the only
she
thing
had
I need to
laser and Botox, and it's like
the only thing I need to Botox is my butt, but I
was
just
like,
sit on it, nobody sees it.
you're gorgeous without all that stuff. You don't need to do that stuff. Women don't need to do that to their bodies. So
It
But-
only when God says paint the barn, go ahead and get your makeup and paint the barn, but you don't need to be sticking shit in your body.
yeah, paint the barn, trim the bushes. So.
Yeah. Mow the lawn.
It's the 324th day of 2025, and they still hanging on to this. It's the 60th day of autumn. Just hang on, folks. It's going to get really cold, and then it's going to get colder.
Do they go outside ever?
I doubt it. Let's see. Talked about, I think we covered most of this already. Yeah, I think we did. Okay, today's fact: Democrat Senator Robert Byrd of West Virginia, longest serving senator in U.S. history with more than 50 years from 59 to 2010. Isn't there somebody that's been there? It seemed like Biden had been in there since like 1800.
Yeah, they have a job that long.
Why do you want to work that long? Oh, that's right. Money and
They
power.
don't work.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, no, Brenda, look, they're in right now arguing about shit. So,
Well, I could get paid to do that. I'm telling you, I could argue.
Are they voting on something? What are they doing here? They're just wondering
On whether or not they should do any work today. That's
they're just wandering around, get their feet propped up.
Mm-hmm. They bring those piece of papers up there, and there's really nothing on them. It just looks good.
Yeah. What's this guy?
We want the world price is produced by what we have here in our country. So the price does fluctuate on a spot price day to day. But I just want to say, just because we're sitting on massive reserves of natural gas, where our friends in Europe are suffering, where our friends in Korea and Japan are asking for it. It just
are we supposed to say care? That. I mean,
the argument is if
okay,
okay. My argument is if every country has got something that everybody else needs, why the fuck can't we just get along and share? Sharing is caring, people.
My God. And yesterday, weren't you the one saying we should just isolate from the whole world?
Well, yeah, but you can still pipe them in a little gas if they're freezing.
Yeah,
I mean,
light a fire. You don't have to be a believer in a lot of superstition and nonsense. There's a difference between thinking of oneself and thinking as a form of conversation, even if there are no answers. What the hell does that even mean?
I have no idea.
Today's number 24. Go play it. The defendants in the Nuremberg trial. And we're between moons right now. It's hiding. So
somebody stole our moon. I blame China.
It needed a tune-up. 31 days until winter begins. Oh, here's a trivia question. What do AM and PM stand for?
Morning and night.
Well, yeah, but it's an acronym.
I don't know.
Meridium, which is before noon, and post-meridium, which is afternoon.
Did they teach us that in school? Because I can't tell you if they did. They just taught AM and PM.
Yeah, I knew that. Huh? I don't know. Brenda, the word of the day, windbag. Do you know what it means?
Me?
A boring person who talks a great deal about uninteresting topics. Hey, that sounds like our radio show. Oh, let's see here.
Wow, windbag.
Yeah. I'm an old windbag. All right, let's see. Let's jump into some news here because I know Brenda is fired up, ready to go. This comes to us from Red State, the Morning Minute. The Senate Arctic frost provision gets the cold shoulder from the House. Do you know what that's about, Brenda?
No.
No. Okay. Well, we'll talk about it then. Let's see. So here's a brief glimpse. So yes, we're going to talk about this in a little bit. They did sue President Trump from power washing and painting a building.
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand.
Dumb God forbid we want to clean up the city and make it look good.
Yeah. Why do that? Dan Crenshaw is forced to deny being banned from international travel after alleged alcohol-fueled incident. So, reports are that Representative Crenshaw viewed the punishment as unfair because the incident was, quote, blown out of proportion, and the congressman continued that defense in a series of posts on X. Another member did toast with the Mexican generals, and apparently a staffer got offended. He dismissed. The story is clickbait to get people to sign up for Punch Bowl News. So there you go. Fasten your seatbelt, Brenda. We've got dissent in Texas redistricting, and it's a doozy. Did you read that report?
Boy, no, I didn't.
You need to go read that judge's dissent.
Do I really? Because he's in Texas. Is that a good idea?
Well, no, the dissent is, it's a little long, of course, it's a dissent, but it's funny. He tells jokes in it. He's like, I can't believe everybody dissented to this. He's like, I'm going to tell a joke instead. You should read it. I don't know. Gun Owners of America learns gag order makes a strange bedfella. If you're unable to speak about material handed to them directly by the DOJ, even if it wasn't intentional, when a reporter finds out the government is funding an illegal arms trafficking network via drug sales in our inner cities, just to name one completely random and not historical example. So,
well, okay.
Yeah, well, maybe I don't want to click that. We'll go down a rabbit hole. Yeah, but we need to click that because I don't know where are we buying guns for criminals? Hold on, this has got to be. Is this a news story? Yeah, it's dated today. They're challenging the Department of Justice, troubling programs where they're seeing purchases monitored by ATF. There's no due process. Blah blah blah. They track everything you do. So
yes. When I buy weapons out here, I have to fill out a form. They get on the phone with them right away, and all of my stuff is checked. My background is checked. Everything is checked before I can purchase that firearm. Yeah. So whether or not that's a form of registering it, really.
Yeah, they know.
They give all the weapon information too before they're done.
Yeah, we're selling X123 serial number, blah blah blah, and to her. And the only time it's not tracked is like, let's say you
order it online,
post office to me and gave it to me as a gift.
Right.
Hint.
Well, then it's still in my name. So if you do anything with it, they'll come looking for me, and I'll point the finger and say you stole it.
I'll be like, I don't know her. I don't know her. Never met her in my life.
Well, how'd you end up with something in her name? Yeah.
The dog gave it to me. It's Putin's fault.
Oh, my dog did it.
All right, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I don't know if you say it's Putin's fault. You really might be looking under they might be really looking at you.
Yeah. I got a pistol in the U.S. mail from Putin.
Putin, baby, did you say it? Did you put something in the mail?
So, Trump has called for Democratic lawmakers to face trial for seditious behavior. Yes, Crenshaw is the eye patch guy. He got drunk in Mexico and now he can't go back. I don't know.
He can't come back.
Yeah, he can't come. You were too drunk to come into Mexico. So yeah, we talked about this yesterday. The senators that did the video they posted on X and TikTok and I guess everywhere, all over social media.
Yep.
That Trump is saying that's seditious behavior and punishable by death. So there's obviously going to be an investigation into this. But President Trump says this is really bad and dangerous to our country. Their words cannot be allowed to stand. Seditious behavior from traitors, lock them up. Now, see, he just right there made a First Amendment argument. Their words. So, did the words hurt you? Did the words hurt the country?
Well,
I mean, I agree.
they
Words have meanings, but
they were kind of threatening in a way, I guess.
well, Mike Johnson has spoke out on it now, which he should, and said that it was wildly inappropriate, which I could agree with that. I don't know where, I guess the courts would have to decide between their free speech and seditious behavior. I don't know how far that would go, but I don't know. It's a slippery slope once you start doing stuff like that. And
That's
I don't know that. I don't really know. Let them have their piece. If they want to say stuff like that, let them, because I think they're really only harming themselves.
Well, no, there are people
Yes,
that
the words have
listen to
power.
them.
Yeah. But if an order is viewed as unlawful and they refuse to do it, then that's kind of on the person that made the choice to not do it. For one, now their defense can be they heard it from a senator, but then see, it's a whole slippery slope. That's a problem with freedom. Freedom is good and freedom can be bad. So we're going to talk about that actually in Dearborn, Michigan here in a bit. There was a riot yesterday between Christians and Muslims, and the police refused to make a report on any of the violence or injuries because they claimed First Amendment. So it's a slippery slope. It really is.
because
you can't stand up and yell fire in a theater, but
you have First Amendment rights, but there's a consequence for some of the things that you say.
Agreed. I agree. But where do you
draw that line?
That's like my argument with another person that likes to call everybody that disagrees with him an N-word. I mean, he has a right to say that. That's his opinion. I choose to tell you you're an idiot.
Like our Second Amendment. We have the right to bear arms, and it should not be infringed. But that does not mean you take your weapon outside every day and shoot it into the sky. Okay?
Yeah.
People have to use discernment and common sense.
Responsibility, yes.
Well, common sense is something that has gone out the window around here, but
it's that can be said about a lot of instances, but so in North Carolina, the arrests are now over 250 in Operation Charlotte's Web. So it's causing all kinds of fun. This is a video from Michigan. They're showing there federal agents have arrested more than 250 people in North Carolina. And they're going to Raleigh today, I believe. They may already be there. I think they tell us like a day or two afterwards. But they've arrested over 250 people. I love how they just showed these photographs with no context of them. Makes them look bad. And in a way. But once again, he's resisting arrest. But he's resisting because he knows he's going to lose all of his freedom. And here's another point of order on that I heard some people bring up today. Why should, I don't want to say we care, but why should we allow this now when they were given notice to vacate the country, that they were here illegally, and given the opportunity to leave peacefully and being paid with the opportunity to return? So that argument's coming up now. So we'll see. It's an interesting time we live in. We open the doors and let so many people in, and now we want them out and they don't want to go. So,
well, I know a lot of them don't want to go because they're given a lot of shit. you
Well,
know,
that
money,
and
food
some have
stamps.
been here for an extended period of time
Yes,
and
then you,
ties to the
yes,
community, and yeah,
you have
I
some that are here that work that have been here for years, and yes, I agree. But they should go get their citizenship done. Then if they've been
yeah,
here that
it's,
long,
yeah, I agree.
just go do it. I
Yeah,
mean, we have no problem with you doing that. Now, what we do have a problem with is people coming into this country that are of fighting age that have no children with them, and they come in by the hundreds. And then
yes.
they're doing this. They're causing problems. They're looting. They're raping. They're killing. That's the
Well,
problem.
and like in this article from Straight Arrow News, immigrant truckers were busting them, even though the
Yeah.
courts have said that we can't. Which I don't understand how you can tell them not to enforce traffic laws. I don't understand
There's
how you can tell police to
there has
not
been
enforce traffic laws. I don't understand that.
there has been 3 accidents that caused fatalities
Oh, there's
because
multiple. Yeah.
they're doing U-turns in the middle of the freeway.
Mhm.
What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't do that here.
And well, here you go. Here you wanted a Texas story. Texas Governor Abbott announced Wednesday that the arrests of 31 immigrant truck drivers they suspect to be in the country illegally. So the operation started November 11th and was conducted between the State Department of Public Safety and the U.S. Immigrations and Customs Enforcement. So
Yeah,
so
go get your citizenship and come back.
yeah,
That's
they're
the
starting
way
to do
that.
inspections in New York City. So,
Good luck there.
yeah, in California, they've gotten some of the CDLs. Now but you got to find the people. That's going to be the problem. But we're going to talk about that here in a second. The new surveillance state. Oh, God. So yesterday, chaos erupted. Actually, it was Tuesday. Erupted in Dearborn, Michigan, because of the Christian Muslim. It's almost like a Christian Muslim war there. Yeah, this was a riot, and apparently Dearborn has the highest number of Muslim residents in any American city, and apparently it was also the first to have a majority where they've sent people to political office. Well, this fella here, Jack Lang, he's running for U.S. Senate in Florida. He's got quite a history. So he walked around slapping a Quran with bacon because, well, Muslims are forbidden from eating pork. See, that's antagonizing. See, he's using his First Amendment right, but see, that's antagonistic to me.
See, if somebody did that to me, I'd be like, "Oh my God, you're slapping me with nothing but parasites. That's sick." Yeah, I don't eat pork.
Somebody intervened and hit him. But that wasn't it. He decided to, I don't know if he had another one or if he picked up the same one. Then he tried to set it on fire. And he was punched in the face. And police refused to do any type of report on this, but it was all captured on film. But the quote from this that is the stupidest: "I was punched harder by Capitol police officer ladies," he said in a video that he posted on X. For those of you that don't know how he's so famous, well, he was one of the many arrested and charged in the J6 incursion. And he was also one of those pardoned by President Trump.
Oh boy, Trump, come get your boy.
Then he stood in the middle of the crowd praying to Jesus. He needs to go back to Florida before they do something to him.
They run him over.
But now he's running for political office. Yay. Yay.
He'll get in. He'll just carry bacon with him.
Appeals court has paused an order. If we talked about this a long while back, an appeals court had pretty much banned Chicago police, ICE, anyone in basically a geographical region from use of force. Well, an appellate court has overturned that, saying that it was too broad, that telling police officers that they can't defend themselves was overbroad. So that has been paused by a higher court. And of course, Chicago's going to fight it to a higher court than that. So,
Of course they are.
yeah, let's just have EMTs and psychologists go out there and be police. All right, this article's a little bit long. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Here in the U.S., this is from AP. The Border Patrol is monitoring U.S. drivers and detaining those with, quote, suspicious travel patterns. Now, like I said, I'm not going to go into the whole article. I encourage you to go read it because it does infringe upon our rights. We all know when we're going down the road, there's traffic cams. Some are to give you a ticket, others are to read your license plate. Some are put up like the two in and out of our neighborhood to see where criminals are. They need to do a better job. But now all of these are linked, and I can't say where, but I almost accepted a job with an agency where basically you could view everything that went on in this one geographical area. And when I say everything, I mean everything. There was cameras everywhere. Now these cameras are all being, well, they were linked together. They didn't publicly know it then. Here's my problem. I didn't accept the position. Here's my problem. And this was one of the things I voiced when I was being, I don't want to put this without getting in trouble, introduced to the program and software. I was showed that you could go into the, we'll call it the Google of the system, of the AI. This is a couple of years ago, and AI was this advanced. And you could type in red Dodge pickup with out-of-state plates. And it would pull up on this huge screen that was the size of a wall in front of you every red Dodge with out-of-state plates that had went through that geographical location. You could then click on one of those red Dodges, and it would actually take you on a ride through the entire geographical area that this area was responsible for, showing where the truck had traveled, whether it was to Safeway or to Rite Aid. I'm using fictitious store names in the South. Right. So my question was, I got to looking at it and I was like, man, that's pretty good. And we could even put in, a white male wearing blue jeans and a red t-shirt, and it would find in the, I don't know how far back in the database it went. That I don't know. But here was my problem and my question with it, which I queried, and I'm surprised they offered me the job after this. Everywhere they showed the red truck or the person walking that we pulled up in the query, I pulled up a truck and people at random. It was total random, which probably was a violation of their rights. But at any rate, no, they're in public place, so probably not. I was watching in some of the areas where they were walking was a crowded area, or they were getting on a bus stop. Where they were driving was like through rush hour time, and there was no other cars or people in the video. And so I asked the person that was introducing me to the system, I said, well, there has to have been other people or other cars, because this is at night, for God's sake. There'd be something. Right. He says, well, the computer AI takes them out, so you only see the one. And I was like, wow, that's pretty powerful. And then so I turned to him and I got to thinking, I said, well, wait a minute. If that computer can pull them out, how do you know it can't put them somewhere else? He's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, let's say that red Dodge pickup was right around the corner from a bank robbery, and it was a red Dodge pickup, but you don't have any on your cameras. Could you move that Dodge pickup to there? And he's like, well, we couldn't. I'm like, but somewhere they can strip everyone out and just bring it to that one truck or that one person. You're telling me if the technology is that great that it couldn't put them somewhere else? So
over here driving away from a bank.
Yeah. So there's it's a scary thing. And so now they've admitted Border Patrol. If you remember, there was also a controversy at the border. Border Patrol hadn't told people they were using software from a company in Tennessee at every border, not just Mexican border, every border. And remember, an international airport is considered a border, people. Facial recognition, they were saving them. This is back before any of that was out there. Nobody knew about it. Well, now they're tying it all together and admitting it. And if you have a traffic pattern that they deem as suspicious, they know where you are. And between that and your phone, they will pull you over and arrest you just on suspicion. So I really think I agree that we want to worry about the drugs and trafficking, but we're getting into an area of overreach that's really, really scary. But as has been quoted by founding fathers, you will give up the safety or give up your freedoms in the name of safety. But I don't know that we gave this up. It's in public. And they can take pictures. Anybody can go stand on a street corner and take pictures in America. It's legal. So, it's a scary world. When you go read this whole article, it goes into depth and it talks about how federal agents have been observing people, and just on a suspicious traffic pattern, they are searching and seizing. So,
oh wow,
yeah. So
yeah, but I'm pretty sure that if it's just a common everyday person that pops up there and they're not doing anything wrong, they just move along.
But how do you determine that?
Well, that person has to do something, but
I'm sure they also compare it to criminal backgrounds and probably facial recognition on the street.
I mean, they couldn't pay enough people to sit there and follow each and every individual person.
No, you don't. They don't. AI does. It was doing this 8 years ago when I was in this office. AI does.
I wouldn't trust AI anyways.
Well, unfortunately, we are relying upon it. We're going to talk about that here in a minute. But even like these cameras are here. People think that's just a traffic barrel. It's a camera. They're everywhere.
We got those all over Texas. That's our state bird.
Yeah, they're everywhere. Here in Georgia, they're everywhere. There's a map you can go to. I can find it if anybody's interested, and you can pull up the ones they tell you about. But not all of them are on there. The ones coming in and out of my neighborhood, I only know they're here because I come and go out of my neighborhood. So, at any rate, most of the presidents and vice presidents living, with the exception of the two in office and President Obama, are in Washington, D.C. today for the funeral for Dick Cheney at the National Cathedral. Yeah, I was thinking about that. It's been a while. I had forgotten. It was November 3rd. What is it, 17 days? Good Lord, there's some good embalming or Trump cologne, something. Good Lord.
The government was shut down. They can't do that.
While he was alive, so it's not apparently I'm not going to go into it because I don't think it's polite, but apparently the funeral hasn't been without controversy between a former first lady and a former vice president, and then between two sisters of the deceased.
Where's his daughter? Where's Liz?
They were both there, and yeah, it apparently it was ugly. So I'm not going to go into that. I don't do the political and royalty dirt and gossip, but apparently they didn't get along at their dad's funeral.
Oh Jeez. My God.
And as we talked about, President Trump is not allowed to wash the Eisenhower Executive Office building. It's 137 years old. It could use a bath.
Somebody, it's not like he painted it green or something.
Well, no,
washing it down.
Here's the argument. There are no plans for structural modification, and there are no plans for color change. But here's the argument. It's got some kind of limestone exterior, and the people that are suing him are saying pressure washing it and painting it will ruin it, and that it's part of history now. And
is it mold? Is the lime green stuff mold?
I mean, if you look at it, it's brown. I remember it there a long time ago, and It's been that way.
It
It's
needs
been
to be
ugly for
washed
years.
off. I mean, come on.
Yeah, you wash the outside of your house every now. You have to, especially like we live near a lake, and we get on the side that faces the lake with the sun. You can get some mold, so you have to wash it every little bit. So, like you have to redo your deck every few years. So, but apparently, they will come across with anything to stop him from doing anything. And the funniest part is if you dig into the article, of course, they go into Trump derangement syndrome. We'll talk about that in a minute, but it may not even been his idea. He may have mentioned it in passing, but it may have been on the Park Service's plans for a long time. And they're like, nope, Trump's going to change something. We got to stop him.
Oh, God.
So, December 31st, a judge will rule saying if we can clean a building. These judges, Jesus Christ. We talked about this. Trump signed the bill last night in a private ceremony, pretty much, for the Jeffrey Epstein bill. And he went on to Truth Social to publish how he thinks it's going to get all these people because it was a hoax and blah, blah, blah. Here's the deal. If you actually take the time to read the bill, they're not going to give us shit. We're not going to get shit from this. They're going to claim national security, witness protection, our investigative process ongoing. So yeah, we're going to get very little from this. So, and I think it's probably going to haunt the rest of, and this may have been their ploy, is haunt the rest of his political career, because they're going to say, well, his administration didn't release the information next. That's going to be the next argument. So,
let's not talk about how it's all sat around for 4 years before.
I'm not arguing. So no argument there. So Trump and Mama Dani have agreed to meet at the White House. According to published reports, as President Trump calls him, the communist mayor, Zoran Kawami Mamadami is what he's calling him. Zoran Kawami Mamadani is going to have a meeting. So they've agreed to meet. And Mama Dani has said he won't back down from his threats. And Trump's saying he's a communist and he's coming to kiss the ring, basically. Oh, politics. Gotta love it. Just come kiss the ring, Mama Damahami. Yesterday, a Florida Democrat, Shirleyfus McCormick, was indicted by Florida grand jury on stealing $5 million from FEMA. Dang. So let me point this out there. All the people in Florida that are saying they didn't get anything from FEMA because their house wasn't rebuilt or put up on sticks or made brand new or what, begging for something. Well, here's the thing. One of your elected officials stole $5 million that could have went to you. So instead of saying how it's Trump's fault, why don't you follow the money and see where it went?
Right.
So, yes. So she used it for self-enrichment and a selfish, cynical crime, according to Attorney General Pam Bondi. And once again, they love the quote, "No one is above the law." So yeah, supposedly she used it through her family business. So they're all guilty of it. They're all guilty of something. It's just a matter of time. This was breaking news. I didn't get a chance to read it, but the lawyer of a man who threatened children in Upshur County has released a statement. So apparently this person went on social media and made a post where he was going to have the streets run red from a certain elementary school, and that he was going to paint the building with the red from the children and staff in the school. Apparently, well, no, he you can read here. I'm not going to read this. He was talking about how he was going to put it all over the walls and no one's going to walk out of there. And the Hodgeville. Well, apparently he's been released from court, that it was just threats. He's been released. And so this county, the Upshur County Sheriff's Office, is working to increase security and basically keep an eye on this guy. But the judge let him go after making those posts on X and social media. And it's got the community in an uproar, as it should. So you can go follow this story and see some. I'm not even going to. Some of the things he said are so horrible. I'm not going to repeat them. So, but yeah. So they're upset that a judge let him out.
Well, I would be too.
Let me skip ahead for a second here to another story we talked about yesterday. Remember they caught the person that set the woman in Chicago on fire?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it turns out he had 49 previous arrests, 10 of which were felonies, and had been released by a judge every time in Chicago.
Wow.
Yeah. So Judge Teresa Milena Gonzalez. So she had released him even on his 49th arrest. Yeah.
Wow.
So these judges are out of control. And
Yeah.
here's another one. 2 murder suspects in California. They were released without requiring they had to pay $1 bail for each in San Francisco Bay. Yes. Apparently this was a violent career criminal gang member. He's a prime suspect in a nightclub murder and had been in trouble before. And, well, once again, he was released into the streets. But
Sounds
what
like
they're
this
going to
is the
say,
right time to do a crime.
but what they're going to say is, we didn't see it coming. When something bad happens, you watch. So, Congressman Burchett from Tennessee, boy, he has been on a roll here lately. He went to social media calling his constituents sewer dwellers. We talked about this. You remember they were going to censure one Congress lady, and, well, they took a recess and they went back to vote, and it turns out that there were some backroom deals. And we talked about this the other day. Apparently the other person that they were worried about was a censure on Corey Mills. He was going to be censored for domestic abuse, stolen valor, and financial misconduct. Well, they cut a deal in the background. So you give me this, I won't vote for that. And if I don't vote for this, you'll give me this.
Wow.
And so they cut a deal so neither of them will be censured for illegal acts they did while in office.
For a gag order.
This was a breaking as we come on. If you remember the UPS flight that took out of Louisville, Kentucky, that crashed, killed a crew of 3 and 11 on the ground. Video is now showing the left engine completely flew off. If you remember, I talked about this and I said, there's when you're going down, there's V1, velocity 1, V2, velocity 2, and 2 is the absolute last second you can stop takeoff. It's before you pull the yoke back and stick back. And so they had passed that point and were unaware that the left wing, the jet totally flew off the wing, which sparked a fire, but they lost forward thrust. And, well, we know what happened from there. Sending it into pretty much I think it says here it only got to 3,000 feet. So, and they did everything they could to pull it up. But when the jet fell off in the fire, it was too late. Yeah. So, unfortunately. Yesterday, we talked about these stunning photos. And I wanted to check with another YouTuber that's a actual scientist and geophysicist and see if I was just wrong for thinking that these pictures were shit. And
you weren't wrong.
the headline of his YouTube show yesterday, and he is normally laid back, calm, quiet, and he even preaches, he's gonna, he's gonna do the whatever. He was lit up. He said, "We have spent billions of dollars as taxpayers, and this is what you give us."
Yeah.
And then he said something that I hadn't thought about. The photos that they did release aren't the most recent. They just give us samples of ones from a couple different views over the past couple months. They didn't give us most recent.
So
And then he went on to say they started telling us what it was, but they didn't tell us what it is not. And basically there's more what it is not questions than to what it is. So yeah, we have pictures. This is the best photo, according to NASA, that we're going to get of it. And I'm going to tell you, I could go up my backyard, set my phone up at an angle and put a blue light on and smear it in front of the camera screen and have the same goddamn picture.
It actually
it would actually probably be better quality.
Probably. It does. It actually looks like a flashlight sitting there. And yeah.
Billions and billions of dollars.
Ooh, look at that.
This is what we got.
It's an alien ship.
Yep. And they're not telling us anything. So this was caught from an amateur astronomer. That's even better than what the billions of dollars was. So there's some arguing, including Elon Musk, that they're telling us what it isn't or is and not telling us what it isn't. And they're not saying it is an alien.
I don't know who to believe anymore.
They're just saying that it's not an alien craft. So they're doing the legal mumble jumble. So we watched them yesterday, and
I'm just gonna sit in my yard and wait for it to land. See if anything comes out.
So one thing now, the guy I follow, he hasn't ruled out that it could be ET, but he does admit, he says, when they come across something that's new, he said, we've changed the name or the term of Pluto. It's no longer a planet. It's now just, a rock. They changed definitions. He goes, at least they could have opened up the book and said, okay, we're going to change it to this. So I was like, okay, that's a valid point. So some are suggesting that it still could be a Trojan horse, designed to look like a alien and or comet, and little green men are going to pop out. So, but we have the most recent and up-to-date photos. I'm calling even Elon Musk is calling bullshit.
I wonder how much money it costs them to put that whole NASA thing together. I'm telling you, that conference they had with those people that were dressed out of the 70s, that's just an old repeat of what they did with Roswell. I bet you.
I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so that's the best image. That is the best image we got right there. And that looks like somebody holding a flashlight in the fog out on my lake here.
Yep. Bunch of losers.
I'm sorry. NASA, billions of dollars. That's the best you got. Bullshit.
Do better, NASA. Do better.
Knoxville, Tennessee, hometown. U.S. Congressman Tim Burchett has asked for the public's help to identify these two young adults that were captured on his security camera urinating on his property. One urinated behind the wheel of the Jeep. It's a kind of a light olive green Jeep Wrangler hardtop with Tennessee plates. And the other one actually, and they can't show the picture because he actually went on urinated, relieved himself on the actual security camera.
Well, then.
Anybody in Tennessee that knows where 435 is that B02 is in East Tennessee. How does the police not know who this is? That's what I want to know. How is not? He lives in Knox County, if I recall correctly. He lives not far from Mom. Knox County, they're not going to let this go. There's no way. So whether or not we hear about it or not, but I don't think Knox County will let this go. But anyhow, so the social media has been upset at him posting this, actually. They're saying that people have a right to urinate, that he's
in other people's driveways.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they pulled in and just used the driveway and pulled off, I might have given them a pass. But when they both peed at the same time and one of them went and intentionally peed on a camera,
well, that's
I might give the one guy a pass. If you got to pull over and take a leak, okay. I mean, as a male, who hasn't done that? But I mean, probably not in somebody's yard. I don't think I've ever done. Well, no, we won't go there. I think I've gotten past all the dates, but yeah, I mean, who does that? So
yeah, that's kind of nasty.
Trump derangement syndrome is apparently a real medical diagnosis, according to psychotherapists. And well, quite frankly, it's beginning to get under the therapist's nerves. So
they couldn't all jump out the window.
They describe it as a combative, chaotic feeling where you have fears of anxiety, fear, shame, helplessness. It's especially prominent in women, people that like each other, the same persuasion, minority groups, immigrants. If you feel alienated and personally targeted by messages posted online. So
oh boy,
this is growing to be more of a pandemic than the last pandemic, and our mental health experts are wore out with it. So they say it's a profound pathology, and they really they don't know what to do about it. Yeah. Give me a life saving.
You know what? There is not any kind of medication that you can give out for this.
Yeah, show me on this picture where your feelings were hurt. Here's a story just for you. A NASA astronaut's ex-wife pleads guilty after alleging the first ever crime in space. A former Air Force intelligence officer has pled guilty to lying to law enforcement after she had previously claimed that her ex-spouse had committed a crime in space. According to People magazine, Summer Heather Warden, the ex-wife of NASA astronaut Anne McClain, had previously accused McClain of correctly guessing her bank account password and illegally accessed the bank account while she was aboard the International Space Stations. Had the allegations proven to be true, it would have been the first of its kind, a crime in space. But it appears it wasn't true at all. So
I was thinking, what kind of crime can you do while you're in space? I mean, you're tethered.
I mean, I guess you could. I mean, you could go into the computer and move money from one account to the other.
But but NASA would know, because don't they have a panel with all the screens and TVs?
We know what goes on. Yeah, and they're human up there. They're surfing the web. They're making their Amazon purchases while they're in space. But the two ladies apparently are divorcing, so it's all been settled.
Well,
yeah. Apparently, she willingly, according to investigators, had given her the password. So, yeah. So they're in bitter divorce hearing at this time. So, fighting over custody of their 6-year-old. So, yeah. Both of them have had distinguished careers. One was an Air Force intelligence officer, while the other one is a NASA astronaut. So, there you go. There you go. JD Vance spoke and gave a little story about the viral photos of when Schumer and Hakeem had the Make America Great hats, the red ones in the Oval Office. So apparently, President Trump whispered into the ear of an aide at the beginning of the meeting to go grab some stuff. And she runs out. This is according to Vice President Vance. He says, she kind of runs off, and I think to myself, oh, what the hell have I gotten myself into?
They.
And she comes back with two hats, one for Jeffrey's and one for Schumer's. And then, of course, the photographer was the one that got the angles with them on it, but apparently they never actually touched it or had it on. But and according to even insiders, apparently Schumer and Jeffries knew it was a joke. So for Australian audiences, Meta has given Australia children a 2-week warning that they need to delete their account because the world's first social media age restriction is about to begin. Melbourne, Australia, technology giant Meta on Thursday began sending messages to young Australians of a 2-week warning to download their digital histories and delete their accounts from Facebook, Instagram, and Threads for the world's first social media ban on accounts of children younger than 16. The Australian government announced 2 weeks ago that the 3 Meta platforms, plus Snapchat, TikTok, X, and YouTube, must take reasonable steps to exclude Australian account holders younger than 16 by 10 December. So California-based Meta has already started sending out the notices. You have a 2-week notice. So there's 2 weeks to go, and you're going to have to delete your account or they will be deleted for you. So there you go in Australia. It's your first censorship. I don't know if that's good or bad. I guess I could argue both ways. So, but
You can if you want.
Well, Snapchat is not that great of a platform. So
No.
Let's see. Penny, we talked about that before. It's being retired, and basically businesses are going to profit from this because they're basically rounding everything up. So
Yep. Used it.
So psychologists have warned Trump's piggy put-down displayed deeply worrying personality flaw. It's part of an emotionally unstable strategy that is often deployed by the president. So according to psychologist Alex Izart, that asked about ties to Epstein, he replied, quiet, piggy. The psychologist said, I don't think he has a narcissistic personality disorder, although he definitely shows grandiose and narcissistic traits, and his attitude towards women comes straight from that old school hierarchy he grew up in, an elite bubble that enabled this mindset. He thrived in that environment and rewarded aggression and spectacle, where bulldozing and humiliating opponents were seen as assets rather than a liability. He went on to suggest that he is emotionally unstable and that he has had decades of bad behavior reinforced. So, yeah. Fellow body language experts also kind of agreed with that. So, well, I've often said he is old school. He grew up where everybody had a nickname. Now, is that politically correct in today's term? I don't think you should say stuff like that, but to each their own. As noted in our title of the show, Cambridge has come up with a new word. Well, it's not they didn't come up with it, but they have named it the word of the year for 2025. Parasocial. No, that was like in the 80s. Parasocial.
That's right. Parasocial.
Parasocial. It's a relationship that is defined with fandom, celebrity, and AI, and how ordinary people interact online. We've entered an age where people from unhealthy and intense parasocial relationships with influencers, that's me and you, Brenda, leads to a sense that these people know they form parasocial bonds and can trust them, and even to extreme forms of loyalty. And it is completely one-sided. It comes from a term back in 1956. And thanks to Taylor Swift, it is the word of the year. So, yeah, here you go. Once again, we went a little news heavy. Let's see. FEMA hasn't updated us today, so they're still sleeping.
That's because somebody stole $5 million from them.
Yeah. So, looking back at the president's schedule from where we yesterday, there was a meeting at the Sticks, and then a full lid was called at 6:17. No word on when the bill was signed. This morning, media had better be there at 9 o'clock. 11 o'clock, the president received his intelligence briefing, which I assume would also be the FEMA briefing, but we didn't get it. And then Carolyn Levitt was at the camera when we came on in the James Brady press room. And then tonight, or not tonight, right now, actually, 2 o'clock, the president's meeting with freed Israeli hostages and their families. So, let's see here. Well, I found this. This is interesting. Apparently, they do it the day after, so you don't know what's going on the day of. But the first lady also has a calendar they release. So I found that online. It's kind of interesting. Yesterday, she was at Camp June. She was in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Her and what is the vice president's wife's name? First lady? I don't know what the correct term is.
I can't even say her name.
Usha, isn't it?
Yeah, Usha.
Yeah. Well, they were both together at the Marine base where Melania gave a speech that apparently rattled some military people. It's Flotus and Slotus. Okay. It was an unexpected trip to visit children in a classroom while they were on this. So I don't know if they travel together, like the first lady or the president and vice president can't travel together. I don't know if that's the same with the Flotus and Slotus, but I don't know. It doesn't really say here, but it gives all their times of when and where they were. So it's a day behind. They were there giving a speech, and the speech she gave to the Marines. Well, they must, because it says they arrived at the same time. So they must be able to travel together. She gave a speech to the Marines on AI and said that we're currently training soldiers to be overseers of autonomous helicopters, subs, drones, and now we're taking the next step. And this was kind of revealing. They didn't talk about this in the media. That we're taking the next step to have robot soldiers, and that the Marines are on the threshold of being their overseers, and that we are quickly approaching a total AI war. She said it is going to be worse than the nuclear weapons. So, yeah. So, but you can go find, because she's saying, well, you've got a weapon that we control that will do anything we want, and we have no repercussions. Push a button, drop a bomb. Well, push a button and paratroop in 100 AI robots. I mean, so and I see her point there. So, we need to be at the forefront of this AI battle. So, at any rate, they had a long day. They were back at the office at 6:30. They got there at 6:30, and they had left. When did they leave? They left at 10. So they had a long day yesterday. So, but interesting. We can see her schedule online, although it's the next day. Let's see. Trump administration plans for new drilling in California and Florida coast. All right. Let's see. The Justice Department is examining handling of mortgage fraud by Senator Schiff. And let's see. Trump Judge orders Trump administration in National Guard deployment in D.C. But also understand that the Supreme Court is ruling on this. Somebody has said the ruling was already out and that he was still able to do this. I don't know. I haven't seen.
I thought that's what they said. I thought they said that, he has the right to do it.
I can't find a Supreme Court ruling on it because I went and looked it up and I couldn't find a ruling on it. So
weird.
White House said that Trump calling reporter Piggy is evident that he is frank and honest with the media. I saw a picture of this. She didn't look like a piggy. Come on, man. All right, so that's enough of that. Let's see, what do we got here? Talking about weather. Whew. Well, Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada. We talked about this yesterday. Utah, pretty much the Midwest there. You got some serious precipitation at higher levels with snowfall. And it's only going to increase for the next couple of days here in the South, Texas through Kentucky, and it's going to be sweeping over to the Northeast, affecting me here in Tennessee and Georgia. Some severe thunderstorms. And then tomorrow, the chances of snow in the west will be dropping down, but in the Northeast, and we mean New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, well, you're in the window there for some serious precipitation, as well as Colorado. So by the weekend, well, it's pretty much just going to be spotty showers throughout the mid-Atlantic and the Northeast down into the Gulf of America and Texas. Over the Four Corners, though, there's still some chances of some snow in the higher elevations. Looking at the tornado forecast, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, you all have a chance for some potential tornadic weather, so please stay tuned to your National Weather Service. There's also a chance for high winds and hail, so pay attention to that. And making sure our friends in Australia, it is currently 16. It's going to make it to 21 in Sydney, and you're going to have showers throughout most of the day into the evening. Melbourne, you are at 11. You're going to make it to 19. Doesn't look like any rain is in your forecast. It'll be mostly sunny. Brisbane, well, you're at 23. You're going to make it to 30. Partly cloudy and breezy today with little chance of rain. Perth, 17. You're going to make it to 28. Mostly sunny and some windy conditions. Let's see. Adelaide, you're at 13. Going to make it to 25. It's going to be partly cloudy with no rain today. Hobart, you're at 10. And you're going to make it to 18. Cloudy skies with no rain. Canberra, 13 today. Only going to make it to 18. And no rain in your forecast as well. Darwin, you have several warnings because the cyclone up there for high winds and marine warnings. It's going to make it to 28. Thunderstorms and showers increasing. Now pay attention to this because you're in the the cone of uncertainty for the cyclone. So pay attention to that. It's definitely a possibility in the future. I think over the weekend. The worst problematic snowfall for the U.S. today, though, is going to be in Colorado and California. And then looking out to precipitation, it looks as though Darwin is probably going to be the most today with some potential for heavy rain. And that's because of the cyclone. I wouldn't rule it out in, Southern Australia. But Darwin, definitely. Looking here, let's see, we already talked about that. Weather warnings. Well, Texas, Brenda, you have a dust storm warning in Lubbock and a flash flood warning. How the hell do you have both? Good Lord.
It's Texas.
Flash flood watch is also in effect for Texas, Arizona, California, and the dust watch. That's crazy. Let's see here. Flood warnings, Texas. Yeah, Texas, you're going to get a good soaking today. As it moves across in Alaska, well, winter storm warning.
For Alaska.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, they're going to share that love later this week when that bitter cold air, or later next week when that bitter cold air comes down. Let's see here. Looking at, let's see. Let's jump. Actually, let's go to. We talked about that already. Let's go to. No, not that one. And here's the actual radar, and we see that most of Kentucky and Tennessee is getting a little soaking, but Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, all the way back over to Denver, it's not really snowing that much in the west, not yet, but it's going to be. Where the lightning is right now, well, Brenda, buckle up. It's pretty much from the border all the way midline across the state, parallel with Austin there, going over to Arkansas. So, yeah, and you got a little cell behind that here in the south, further south. It looks like Alabama and north up there by Huntsville has a cell right now that's got a little power to it. The most recent power outages reported in the U.S., Texas is currently got 8,000 people without power.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah, that's what it said.
Wow.
So, why is my 2:45 p.m. prepare clone presentation for Commie Mayor? I missed that somehow. If you are insulated, don't go online. If you're insulated, don't go online. I'm not sure what that was. I missed that one a minute ago. Looking at the snow, pretty much as we talked about, but the Northeast is going to still get some flurries till the heavy stuff moves across. Brenda, right now, the warmest spot in the country is Houston at 84. Tampa is 82. Man, how do they get all these warm days? Up in, where's this? Boston, it's 42, but it's going to be partly cloudy. That's your high today, Boston. New York City, sunny skies at 46. DC, you're not much better. 46, but cloudy. Jumping down to Atlanta. Here in Atlanta, we are 75, cloudy skies, but it's going to rain tomorrow. Let's see. Where's Brenda at? She's somewhere around here. Cleveland, 74. Oh, you meant insulted. Okay. Sorry, Denise. I missed it. For some reason, it had delayed there. 75 today.
Jack was outside earlier when he went to take Tucker out, and he said, it looks like it's going to rain.
Yeah.
I was like, great.
It's not far from me. It's coming. So pay attention to your national weather.
I'll move everything in my kitchen and get the mops ready. I'm going to flood. Where's my water wings?
Yeah. I brought this up because over the next 6 to 10 days, we're going to start to see temperatures plummet. And then when you go from 10 days and beyond, it's going to plummet even further. So we're going to start seeing that cold front coming down Montana, down into mid-Atlantic, over into Ohio Valley, and then it's going to start stretching down into the south. Now, Brenda, where you are, is probably going to be near normal, and along the Atlantic from pretty much Virginia Beach down through Florida, the Gulf of America, it's going to be about normal. But for the rest of us, we're going to take a little hit coming up in the next 6 to 10 days with the temperature dropping. Let's see. Can we go? Let's go 3 to 4 weeks out. And we look at the temperature, and it's still going to be below normal through most of the country, where it's going to start pushing back up in the south a little bit. For the next 2 weeks, though, we're going to see some cold, frigid air. And a lot of people are saying there's going to be a white Christmas in most of the country. I'm not jumping on that bandwagon yet. I want to get through Turkey Day, and then we'll talk about that. So the Atlantic and the Pacific, there doesn't appear to be any tropical activity. And with the cold coming, it's going to disseminate any chances. So now when we look to our friends in Australia, that cyclone is turning, and she's 70 miles an hour as a Category 2 tropical cyclone. And by Friday at 1 p.m. your time, they're forecasting. It's already Friday there, isn't it? Yeah.
think
Okay.
so.
So
They're
yeah,
way
1 p.m. Friday. They're saying that still a Category 2. It's going to be approaching Darwin Saturday morning. It looks like it's going to make land overnight. We'll be live when it comes on. So anybody from Australia wants to jump in the chat or shoot me a message and tell us any live conditions, please. But yeah, it's going to come out over Darwin over the next couple days. The cone of uncertainty, just like here in the United States. We can tell you where it was, but we can't tell you where it's going.
True.
Yeah. AI has predicted it pretty much to split Darwin and then ride the coast down before it dissipates back to the west. But just pay attention to your Bureau of Meteorology because, like I said, they can't tell you where. They can tell you where it is and where it was, but they can't tell you where it's going.
Yeah.
Those
Those things can't make up their own minds.
Yeah, let's see. We won't talk about that right now. It's still warm out there in certain parts. Looking at the big, beautiful blue globe. Let's take a peek down here in Australia and look at that cyclone a little closer and see what it reveals. Boy, it's got a pretty well-defined eye, doesn't it, Brenda?
Yep.
Yeah, it actually is a beautiful eye. So, all right. So everybody down there, be advised, it's a pretty well formed storm. So pay
It's a
attention.
deformed
It
eye.
could be deformed too, I guess, depending on the way you look at it. So,
It's
look
just
here in
your
the U.S. and
big, beautiful marbles deformed. That's what's wrong.
yeah, and there it is in Alaska. Come out of the Bering Straits, whip it around, and it's the coast. It's going to get it. Let's see. Most recent earthquakes. Let's see. Who do we have here? Philippines Sea. Let's say 4.5. That's pretty strong. And Mexico 4.1. And let's see. Let's go to this other map. I like it much better. I can read it much better with my trifocals.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Let's see. The most recent one in the States was a 2.4 in Oklahoma 5 hours ago. And then there was one in, where's that at? Idaho. It was a 2.5 in Idaho. And 3.2 in San Ramon, California. Don't see any for down in Australia. And let's see, let me refresh this. Most recent earthquake is 6 minutes ago, Brenda, Western Texas.
Oh.
Are you in Western Texas?
Thing.
We're at Western Texas. Let's pull this up here. Let's see. No, that's down. That's further away from you. That was the most recent earthquake. No, I'm sorry. That was not the most recent. No, not significant. Most recent. Good Lord. I want to know the most recent. Just all right. We'll go back here. This map's better. Yes. Just give me some. The most recent in the United States, of course, Alaska. They've had several. I guess the most recent was in Texas, Brenda, in the lower 48.
Well,
So,
it'd be all right.
yeah, you'll make it. You'll be all right, Brenda. So,
Yeah.
as long as they say, keep them there. I don't want them here. Currently, there are no tsunami warnings, watches, advisories, or threats. That's always good news, right?
Yeah.
Looking at the fires, most of the fires are still on the west side of the Appalachia. We've managed to get some of them contained, but they're still battling a few. Colorado still has a large one. California, 2 in Texas also has one down there at the border. I'm sorry, it's Arizona right there. It's close to the border. So, well, no, that's actually Albuquerque, New Mexico. Yeah, geez, it's just
take your bifocals off. You were doing much better without them.
God, I do need them. Holy cow! I just need to go to the eye doctor because I'm getting blind as a bat.
Yeah,
So,
me too. I think I read a thing that they have seeing eye dogs on sale this week, so I might go.
Well, what will I do for my show? All right. Looking at the smoke in the lower 48, Texas is going to be hazy, and pretty much most of the South as that those fires from the Appalachia push down and out into the Gulf of America. So there's no open burns in the South right now. Air quality, well, it's because of those fires. It's where most of the air quality is lower on the western side of the Appalachian. It's pushing it right back down in the Gulf of America. So that is what you're seeing if you're outside, and it looks hazy right now in the South. It's all those fires in the Appalachia. So maybe these rains coming through will quench them, hopefully.
Possibly.
Let's hope. Let's see. I'll pull this up here and see the most recent hazards. Flooding in Texas.
All right.
Dust storm in Texas.
That always works.
A dust storm and a
Yeah.
flood. How the hell does that work?
Well, you get on your boat and you put your sails out and wait for the dust storm to come through because that's windy, and you float on your flooding. We need them.
Well, you need dust storms? What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because they blow, right? Like they're in wind. Dust storms are windy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we use them for the sails on the boat that we have to be in because of the flooding.
Okay. I'll take
So
your
the
word.
dust storms push us to somewhere else that might be dry. I don't know.
Brandon, go get on your boat.
My
Get some rain
pills,
coming. Get
pills
on
are
your
kicking
boat.
and I need a boat.
Let's see here. And let's just move on for this. Look at the event list. We ain't looked at this in a while. Here you go, Brenda. We were talking about this offline. Deadly horse virus has threatened North Texas herds after outbreaks in Fort Worth.
Everybody keep your horses away from other
Austria.
horses.
Yeah. Czech Republic, bird flu. That's going to be, is that probably going to be the next thing? Netherlands, bird flu. Romania, SARS. South Africa, measles rising. Ethiopia, the viral hemorrhagic fever. Okay, and water contamination, Nigeria. Bird flu once again in Germany. Yeah, that's probably going to be the next big one.
You know, that one for the horses, they can't really say a lot because they say it's a type of herpes that horses get. So, I mean, it's not damaging. It can make a horse pretty sick. I talked to Susie about it. But all you got to do is just keep other horses away from your horses for about 2 weeks. It takes that long for everybody to cycle around. You know,
Okay.
my question is, how in the hell does a horse get herpes?
I don't know. I guess fooling around with horses. I don't know.
Maybe they shouldn't. People shouldn't be kissing on horses if they can get herpes.
Whoa.
People quit kissing on your horses.
Australia, warning amid unknown source of measles infections in Sydney. So there's apparently some threats of measles in Sydney, E. coli in France and Belgium. Ecuador, 10 inmates die from TB. Man, TB is in the prison system horribly. I used to hate going to the jails to.
It's just them, and I don't think they clean like the cells and all that stuff very well. If they used bleach to clean, they would kill a lot of that stuff. There's a lot of nasty people in there, so.
No, they don't have. Well, I don't know. It's its own little infrastructure.
Yeah.
Australia, apparently they have sanctioned Russia here in the past little bit over cyber attacks. So apparently Australia is under attack from Russia, cyber attacks. Let's see. Pakistan forces step up on raids on the Afghan border, killing 23. We talked about this a couple days ago, but it's still being brought out. Gunmen in Nigeria, killing people in church and taking worshipers, kidnapping them. Heavy fire in Sudan. And let's see. Well, in Afghanistan, nearly 6,000 migrants deported from Pakistan, Afghanistan. Nearly 6,000 migrants deported from Pakistan in a single day. Okay.
Wow.
United States. 2 men have been injured in a slashing incident in a subway in Queens. Now, I've talked about this on my show before. Put your back against a wall. The edged weapon attacks are going to be getting much worse. So never let anybody get close enough to you that you don't know. Never, ever, ever. Sorry.
Put a mask on. Tell them you got COVID. They got to stand 6 feet away from you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but that seriously, it's going to be a thing. Edged weapons are easier to obtain. So, and you can do a lot of damage with an edged weapon.
Yeah.
In the UK, at least 15 English sewage plants use plastic beads to contain spills of sewage. Okay. Venezuela, they had a explosion. It was an oil facility. Unknown if that was us or if it was them. Who knows? Who knows? Closer we get to the weekend, we'll probably blow some shit up. No, I think we're safe till Thanksgiving, and then when Trump is enjoying his turkey, well, he's gonna be bombs away. So
this is, it's probably a good thing he doesn't drink.
Oh, God. I think we should make any of those people not drink.
You just seem drunk. What's this for? And push it.
Push this button. Let's see. Fires. The United States, a large fire at a Durham recycling plant in North Carolina. Is that right? Durham is North Carolina, right? Raleigh, Durham. Yeah.
Yeah, you got 3 minutes.
Yeah. All right. We'll skip ahead. We'll just go out here to where we're gonna go. Where am I going? I don't know. Let's go right here. So you can see we got planes down in Australia. Now let's see. Oh, wait a minute. What's that right there? There's a plane down there. What is that? Oh, it's a Brazil military jet. So okay, I guess they're allowed. Guess they're allowed. And let's see. There's a lot of movement today. Really a lot of movement on the. There's a Q4 drone up patrolling from DC down along the coast. Wonder what they're looking for.
Women in bikinis.
Yeah, no, probably no women in bikinis. Let's see here. And there was some question the other day. Apparently, a plane identifying itself as Air Force One was coming out of DC while the president was giving a speech. There was a lot of question about that the other day, and I can't answer why or what that was. So
was JD Vance on it? Maybe.
No, they were. They were.
Was the first ladies on it?
No, but it can't be Air Force One unless it's the actual president. And that's weird. That's like a rule, and people are asking me, "Why is it stopped?" I don't know. He's giving a speech. Unless he's got 2 of them, who knows? So, all right, Brenda. You got anything going on between now and tomorrow?
No, I do not.
Well, ironically, I don't either. So we will be back here tomorrow, same time, same place, for the Friday edition. Maybe we'll come up with something to talk about. I don't know. Some days I feel like I'm just going to hit go live and make it up as we go.
Goofy Friday coming up.
Goofy Friday. So everybody remember, you can come over and find me on Facebook and join the Sportcat Daily Gazette group, or you can just @ me on X. I welcome all comments, queries, anything. So find me, send me a message.
Do you have an exit button today?
No. So for those of you on the radio, you'll hear a regular ending, and then for those of us on YouTube, well, we'll figure it out here in a minute. Everybody have a great day. And turn it over to AM Mayhem, I believe. Let's see what's up next. Everybody have a great day. We'll see you soon.
Bye, everyone.
And just like that, we are clear of the radio, but we're still live on YouTube. So
All right. Hi,
last
YouTube.
night it did it too. I don't know. It's weird. So
It did it while you were doing your regular show?
yeah, it had the end stream button about halfway through the show, and I looked down and it turned blue to where it was only the go live button. I was like, well, Harley, hold on, this is gonna hurt. And
How are you resetting it while everybody's live?
I just what do you call it? Refresh the screen. Just F5.
Oh, okay.
And it brings it back. But yeah, it's weird. Hold on, Brenda. This is gonna hurt.
All right. It's gonna hurt. It hurts.
Hey,
There you are.
and we now have an in-stream button. So everybody on YouTube, thank you. Everybody listening at WZQR overnight, we appreciate you. And come over and find us on YouTube and hit that subscribe button. Brenda and I, well, we're out of here for the day. We'll see you
Yes,
tomorrow.
we are. Bye, guys.
Later.